I'm an installation artist, pulling together big themes and creating an environment where you can explore that. That's of interest to me. This show is called Focus on Abortion, and it's about abortion. It's about storytelling and portraits of the people who are telling their stories, which is a really compelling thing that's happening now in the abortion field or the abortion movement, where people are feeling like it used to be, well, hey, this is private. You know, nobody needs to know my business. You know, this is between me and my doctor, me and my partner, me and my whatever. And what we're realizing, as with other social movements, is that if you don't talk about things that have been silenced, things that you're not allowed to say, like I had an abortion, then nobody's ever going to understand it. They're never going to accept it. They're never going to, it's just going to go nowhere. So there's a whole legion of people who are telling their stories. And so this particular traveling exhibit brings together 19 voices and their photographs. The woman, Rosalind Banish, who put this together, is a portrait photographer. And she's really captured some remarkable faces and attitudes and stories. Pairing the portraits with the words is extremely important, because I would guess that every single one of these people have been trolled online for speaking out. Everybody who's ever spoken out about abortion, immediately has this reaction from people on social media, and really very hateful. And so I think the more we can look them in the eye and sort of understand a little bit of who they are, really helps anyone who's really trying to understand. And the subtitle of this show is Encouraging Civic Discourse, which civic discourse is not something that you hear a lot about in abortion conversation. Mostly it's completely polarized and very hateful. The whole situation nationally has, since what protected the right to abortion was struck down by the Supreme Court in June, since then, everything's in complete chaos. And interestingly, it's very much like the Confederate States don't have abortion and the Union States do. It's just like another polarization on top of many, many, many polarizations in our country right now. But, I think there are ways that we can connect around common values, like I should be able to decide, not the government. That's one concept that a lot of people agree with, that people are trying to do what's right for their lives, and we should have the ability to know what's right for our lives. There are common values, I think, that we can connect on at some point. But I think the polarization and the noise has to settle down before we can do that. And right now it's as ramped up as it can be. I've been providing abortions for about 42 years. This show really is like a capstone on my career. These are the people that I talk to regularly. And I feel like I am witnessing their stories, listening to their stories, in some cases helping them cope with the stigma of abortion, not their decision, because they know what they need. And I completely trust that people know what's right for their own lives. But when people heap on stigma, and when people say, well, I had an abortion a while, that's where they need help, is with the social stigma of abortion. And that's what I've really tried to work on in my life.